We are live. It is that time that that, every, that everybody looks forward to when we get to hear some midweek hope, uplifting stories,
Yes,
sarcasm, smart aleckness,
yes,
all
sir.
from the one, the only AJ
What's
Bokide.
up, Jack? What's up, mafiosos? How we doing, everybody? Good morning on this Wednesday morning. It's been a great morning. Great. I know some people had deal with some crazy weather last night, so I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everybody's safe. But it's a great night. Great experience for me yesterday.
What
Um,
happened?
so Jack knows this, and the cat's out of the bag. So I
Okay.
will divulge it now.
Okay.
Tuesday night, I discovered that we don't have a game, right? So I
Hmm.
know that we don't have a game. Um, we don't have a game. Uh,
We
we
being Homestead High School basketball.
Homestead doesn't have a game. The girls have a game. So obviously Mo's out of the picture because he goes to all the girls and guys games at Homestead,
Okay.
right?
Right?
I decide, not knowing the weather, that I want to go to Amanda's nephew's game, which is about 35. Amanda being um, Amanda's nephew's a sophomore at Waterford High. It's
Okay.
about 35 minutes from my house. So I now this was not planned, okay?
Okay.
So I worked on it for days, for like
Work,
the better part of. I
worked on
worked on
getting a ride.
getting a ride for like a few days, not a few days, but you know, I I heard a bunch of my cousins were out of town, my family was out of town. My aunt Donna was gonna do it, but she was concerned about the weather. Which, by the way, at this point, I did not know about the weather, so I did not know what was coming.
Hmm.
So I pretty much reached out to my friend. Like, I pretty much tried my best. At about 9 o'clock that night, I kind of give up on they didn't give up on the idea, but I got a text from a buddy of mine, Mr. Winsler, whose son Jonah played for me last year. You remember Jonah?
Hmm.
Played at Homestead last year too.
Yeah, they gave you a bunch of rides last year to games, right?
Yeah, yeah. So he texted me at like 9 o'clock at night. I wasn't expecting to hear anything back. He goes, "Hey, do you still need a ride tomorrow?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, if you want to go." And he goes, "Let's go." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So then, so then I'm gonna go, and it was fun. So we had a good time. Um, her nephew played a lot, so that was fun.
Well, that's great.
And
Um,
there's a lot of good. There were it was so the weather was so crazy last night, Jack.
for
That I was
people who
not.
don't know who aren't in the area, we got socked with a. We were supposed to get a wintry mix and a little bit of snow. We ended up getting more, I think, than they predicted.
Well, here's the crazy part, Jack. I was not the only Bokini to go to games last night in the weather.
What?
I, I I get a text message from my friend Mrs. Burr, right?
Uh
Whose
huh.
son Blake does my parents' lawn, right?
Okay. Right.
Now I was not gonna go to Waterford last night until I got the okay from mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
My parents ended up going to not one but two games last night.
What?
I know, and my dad loves the Birds, so that was kind of cool. But I found out this morning that they went to two games last night because the timing worked out. So it was a fun night. It was a good time. It was nice to just
And Amanda was there.
yeah,
You got to see Amanda, which is great.
that's great. And we're going, and it was cool. I mean, it was fun. It was, their gym was nice because, you know, it kind of reminded me of Homestead where I kind of have to sit on the end of a bench
Mm-hmm.
in the stands to sit
Mm-hmm.
there. It
Mm-hmm.
was kind of nice. It was small, but it was kind of nice. It was fun. And it was a good time.
Excellent. All right.
And it just
Well,
goes to show you that if you use your resources that are the key was the resources I tried to use were in the area. If someone said, my Aunt Donna was nice enough to say, I'll take you, but the weather's supposed to be bad.
yeah,
And luckily the weather wasn't bad. The reason I decided to go, Jack,
I know the reason you decided to go.
no, listen,
It starts
listen,
with an A and ends with an
no,
A, and
no,
with an
but
A in the
listen,
middle.
no, listen. The reason I wasn't gonna go until like I decided to go at like 5, and the reason I decided to go was it wasn't snowing when I left.
It didn't start. I was at a meeting, and it didn't
It
start
started.
till
It
6 or
start.
so.
It was start. But by the time it started, I was already there.
Yeah,
So it was kind of fun. So
very cool.
yeah,
Excellent.
it was good. And then this week we have 2 games. Now, for those of you in the area, we do play at Grafton on Saturday, but we don't play Grafton.
Okay, that's weird.
Play in, play in a graph. We play in
Is
Grafton
is it a
twice.
tournament or something, AJ? Is
Well,
that why
it's
that
like
is?
it's a everyone does their holiday tournament at different
Mm,
times of the year.
mm-hmm.
So like for us, we play Grafton on Saturday, and it's considered a Grafton holiday tournament when it's at 5 o'clock. So we play Grafton, which is kind of funny, Jack. The way the schedule works, we play Grafton. We'll play Hortonville on Saturday,
Okay.
Nicolay on Friday, but then we go back to Grafton to actually play Grafton on Tuesday.
Well, you guys should
So,
be used to that court then.
but it's kind of a quirk in the schedule that we play at Grafton and then against Grafton on Tuesday.
You're a quirk in the schedule, for
But
God's sakes.
it's kind of fun. So,
It is fun.
but
You love it.
Jack, let's get to what happened on Sunday.
Well, all right. That's about time. I mean, we're talking about AJ's social life. We talk about AJ getting rides here and there. We're talking AJ. I thought this was a sports show, not a
Let's get
AJ's personal
let,
life show.
let's get to what happened on Sunday.
Okay. What happened?
Sunday, it was so I thought the game itself was really good. I thought it was really competitive. I was very impressed with the Bears, to be honest. Just the resiliency. But
Mm-hmm.
what everyone is talking about, Jack, some things are not forgotten, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember in the preseason, there was one comment by Ben Johnson that I enjoy beating Matt LaFleur twice a year,
Well,
right?
it was at his introductory press conference, and actually putting it in context, it's even worse because he just got done complimenting his head coach Dan Campbell, and he complimented Kevin um,
O'Connell.
O'Connell of the Vikings, and then he took a shot at Matt LaFleur.
That handshake was a little spicy, Jack.
You think?
That handshake was a little spicy, a little extra. Hey, we'll see you in 2 weeks, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That handshake was a little spicy. And by the way, for those who weren't in the area and weren't able to watch the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
That last play by Caleb Williams was
Mm-hmm.
just dumb.
Well,
There was
yeah.
15 yards where he could have run for the first down and gotten 15 more yards.
I was surprised to your point there, AJ, but also earlier in the game when he did run, that guy can really run.
He can really run. He can really move, and he's very athletic on the move. And it's kind of a cool, you know, it's kind of cool because the quarterbacks are very similar in what they are able to do. There's some things they're really good at, and some things they're just not so good at. But what made me really impressed was the Packers' ability to respond
Well,
to it.
I saw a thing yesterday. To your point, I'm going to amplify your point. Is not only that last play on fourth down, but on third down, Enigbari? I'm not sure how to pronounce his name.
Yeah,
Kingsley.
he just tackled him by a yard, like a half yard before.
Yeah, I mean, and that guy was running full force, and
And he just
Enigbari got in and took him down.
it was it was nice because like I'm like, okay, I'm thinking We score, but I'm gonna say this. Let's go back a little bit, Jack, if you can.
Okay.
Remember on that 3rd and 1 where Jacobs got like 25 yards?
Yeah. Yep. I do. Yep.
How many Bears were in that picture?
Well, I thought he
Like
was going to get nailed for a loss.
like five, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, there were like five guys in that picture, man.
And then to cap it off with that 3rd and goal run where he was just a monster in there going. He
What did
went.
I,
I
what
think
did,
he actually got in the end zone backwards.
what did I tell you, Jack? This game was gonna come down to?
Um, Luck.
No,
What'd you tell
I
me?
said, I said it was the three guys that you paid to bring in. And what happened at the end of the game? The guy you paid last year to bring in for a running back scores the game-winning touchdown. The guy you paid to play quarterback for you lit up the world and made their secondary look like spam. And the guy you paid to bring in got held on every play, but allowed everybody else to go eat and make plays. So the guy, and by the way, X made a great play too. So so the guys
X
you
X
paid,
being Xavier McKinney for people who don't know,
eh,
right?
Xavier McKinney made a great play too. So
Hmm.
everybody you paid, outside of maybe Nate Hobbs, who doesn't play much anymore,
Yeah, he got replaced during the
played
game.
one on time.
Yeah.
But the thing is, everybody you paid to bring in for these moments played well,
Yep.
and that's what you won in December.
Oh yeah. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I was going to say something,
I was very
AJ.
impressed. And I think a lot of people like we interviewed Tim 3 weeks ago, right?
Yep.
And what did he say? What did he say? Don't let one loss become two. And granted they did lose to the Eagles the next week, but they've been good ever since.
They have been good
And
ever since.
like I told you before, Jack, what happens? What happened to the Wisconsin Badgers when they got all those injuries at quarterback? They had to shift the offense, right?
Hmm.
Sometimes, sometimes it takes a couple weeks,
Hmm.
but now that they have shifted, and the key, people are gonna forget if you're not from Wisconsin, you haven't watched the Packers all year. Jaden Reed came back um last week, right?
Yeah.
He worked the middle of the field so well last week that it was just great to see.
He is a big factor. He opens up a lot of things for
Well,
other
because
people.
Christian got so open on so many plays because he can't cover both of them.
Right. And the one that Jordan threw an interception on, Golden was open. It was
Yeah,
just a poorly thrown pass, which
yeah.
happens. AJ, what do you think about? I didn't know this. This Lafleur was going nuts because right at the 2 minute warning, there was a play. I guess it was an obvious hold on Micah Parsons. He has not drawn a holding penalty all season.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's just nuts. I mean, the man gets basically mauled and destroyed on every single play.
He just keeps coming.
You remember the Giant game like 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
There's a video out there. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
He's being blocked by three guys at the same time.
Hmm.
Three guys are trying to block him. They are literally three guys trying to block him at the same time.
He's pretty
I
good.
mean, he's just, and he's 26 years old.
Seems like he's been around a long time
What?
already.
I have a question for you, and I'm
All
gonna take
right.
it off the back. I'm gonna take it off the baggage for a second.
Okay.
Why? Listen, you can pay all the corners and defensive players in the world. If you can't get to the quarterback, you're not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
So, as far as I'm concerned, what are you thinking if you're Jerry Jones? By the way, by the way, I think the Eagles are in trouble.
Well, just wait a minute. You're all over the place. Now, cool it.
Okay.
Backtrack to the Packers. Keyshawn Nixon's lucky he made that interception. Otherwise, I'd kick him off the team. He's such
But
a hothead fool that
I
he
know.
gets. He's so stupid, and he had another one go right through his hands. And now that the worst thing that could happen in a way was that interception because now he thinks everything he does is great. It was just
Hey, hey, they won the game.
they won the game.
That's all
Um,
that matters. We win, move on. So,
NFL power rankings. Um, Bleacher Report has Packers at number 5.
so is it one versus
No,
five?
no. Bleacher Report has Packers at number 4, and they say they're clearly the best team in the NFC North. Bears are number 8, and they are 1-3 in the division. Did you know that?
That's huge.
And they play the Packers and the Lions in the last few weeks. And the
That's huge.
Lions are number 9.
That's huge
Um,
because, oh yeah. So let me put mathematically. Let me just map out the road for you. Okay.
okay.
Packers are 9-3-1. Um, Lions are 8-5. Right.
hmm
But the thing that Packers are going for them is most people know the Lions. They beat the Lions twice already.
hmm
So if they get to 10 or 11, as far as the division goes,
hmm
it's pretty much over.
Will they get there? They have a tough schedule.
Well, they're at 9 right now.
They're at 9. They play the Broncos and on Sunday, and the Broncos. That's a tough game in between the two Bear games.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's just the way it mapped out that you play the Broncos and who would let me be honest with you. If we would have gone back, let's go back 2 months, right?
hmm
If you would have told me the Broncos would have won 10 games in a row, just logistically thinking, I would have said you're nuts.
Them and the Patriots.
But this is like 2005 all over again. It's like not saying the quarterbacks are that level, but like just the teams that you think are there are there. By the way, I'm gonna make a prediction,
Uh, okay.
an NFL prediction. This is all NFL wide. There will be no Lamar. There will be no Patrick. Well,
Doesn't look good for them right now. The
no, they're both
Lamar has a chance with Baltimore.
no. But I'm just saying, like, if Aaron, they won that game in Baltimore on Sunday, right?
hmm
So basically, everything you do, if you're Aaron Rodgers, you won your the big game. Because well, you didn't win the big game, but you set yourself up to win at home, and then. But the thing is, like, okay, when is the last time a 40-year-old quarterback rushed for a touchdown? Like,
I
had
don't
it
know.
on Sunday.
I
Never.
don't know.
But it'll be interesting. Be interesting 2 weeks. So we'll see.
It will be. What about Philip Rivers signing with the Colts?
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Very true.
Well, let me just be honest with you, Jack.
That'd be a first.
I do not feel bad for Daniel Jones. Let me
Okay.
explain why.
Okay.
Dude, you have a fractured fibula, right?
hmm
What happens when you try to compensate for one injury to play through another, Jack? Physically?
You're leaving other areas under too much stress.
Yeah, so I don't. So I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be harsh for a second, but I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. Okay?
Okay.
You basically did not allow yourself to heal, therefore exposing. By the way, they were in a good spot, right? They were in a good spot.
How?
No, because they were in first place and still they
Oh, well, yeah, but once he got hurt, they weren't in a good spot.
no, but I'm saying, Jack, you have the best running back in the NFL.
Right. But even the best running back in the NFL is not going to go anywhere if there's no threat from the quarterback position,
but
though.
I understand it. I understand it. Let me just explain.
Okay.
Physically,
Hmm.
would it have? Okay, listen. His whole season next year is shot, right?
Is it
Because he tore his Achilles.
right?
Most of the season next year is shot, right?
Okay.
My whole thing is like you played through a fractured fibula, and now you will cost yourself part of next year instead of sitting down for 1 or 2 games and saying, you know what, I can rest because guess what, Jaguars are decent, but you know you had a great shot at the playoffs. Now you don't have a quarterback. You signed Philip Rivers, who's that? Who's got? I mean, this is a joke, Jack. Who's got more kids than Patsy's he's thrown in the last 3 years?
Yeah, he hasn't
He's
played in
40.
what
He's
4.
four, he's 44 years old, Jack.
I know. I know. What do you got against old people? Take it
Oh,
easy, young man.
listen. Unless you're gonna expect him to just turn around and hand the ball off to JT,
He's not going to do that. That's
but
not
I'm
his
saying,
personality.
like, let me be honest for a second. I'm saying, Jack, I hope it was worth it, Daniel Jones,
AJ,
because no,
you
I
don't,
don't.
you don't, you were being a little unfair to Daniel Jones. You
No,
don't
but
know
why?
what.
But
Let me.
why?
You had your
Yeah,
soapbox. Now let me
but
get on my. You
all right.
don't. You have no idea what the internal discussions were. How much they um, wanted him to play and how much they talked him into playing. I mean, that's on the coaching staff as well as Daniel Jones.
I
So,
I I get that. What
well,
I'm
you,
saying
but
is,
you
but
put it squarely on him. I mean, and the
but
guy, and he's a human being too, and he wants to help the team. That's help resurrect his career.
I understand it, Jack.
You're not sounding very understanding.
Let me. Okay, listen. You're on a 1 year deal. Okay.
Hmm.
I would if I'm a football player and I understand I want to play as much as I can,
Hmm.
but my whole thing is like if I have to miss 1 or 2 games,
Hmm.
I'm still putting up solid numbers, right?
Hmm.
So now what comes into question is I'm being very honest here, right?
Okay. Okay.
If I'm an injured player, right,
Right.
like a Kirk Cousins or somebody like that, and I'm on a 1 year deal, right?
Hmm.
I'd rather sit down for 1 or 2 games and preserve my long term health than try to compromise for an injury that I always have. That's all
F-
I'm saying.
fair point. AJ, we got. I know. I don't know if you're planning this, but we've got to. There's other things I want to cover. We got to skip to the words of wisdom because we got to wrap it up. I have to. I have something I have to take care of.
That
So,
sounds good.
so are you ready?
Yep, we're good. We're good.
All right.
We're good.
So this is we spent a lot of time on the Packers. It's a big thing. We didn't talk about Notre Dame, which I call Notre Done. There are other things too. Brewers won Baseball America's Organization of the Year.
I just
Congratulations.
saw that this morning. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can talk about that this weekend. But what, AJ? It's time for everyone's favorite segment of the show, which is AJ's advice and words of wisdom, insights that he has gleaned from the world of sports that you can apply to your everyday life and make your life just a little bit better. Go, AJ, go.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought up Notre Dame, Jack, because this goes squarely on Notre Dame.
Okay.
Do not complain about things you can control because things didn't go your way. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I listened to Notre Dame after the playoff committee came out and said, you know, and I promise this has to do with life too.
Okay.
But if you have factors that you can control that are ultimately going to impact your success, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't take care of your own business, you're not allowed to complain about outside factors impacting your success. And that goes for life, that goes for sports, that goes for everything. If you are not controlling your controllables and you are relying on others to feel some sort of way to make you happy, then you're not allowed to complain when things don't go your way. Let me talk back to sports, Jack. I listened to Notre Dame for months and months and months. For after the playoff committee came out and say we should be in, we should be in, we should be in. We're gonna not play in our bowl games if we should be in. Like, okay. So let me ask you a question, Jack. You're gonna deny those seniors an opportunity to play in one more game together because you're hurt that you didn't get included in the party, right? And what is that? What kind of message is that sending to your kids? I mean, what kind of message is that sending to the alumni? We don't want to represent our school because we didn't get our way. That's Bush.
It's Bush, and they have so many advantages. I saw this. I'm reading this. I saw this online. Have the Irish have massive advantages. They don't have to play a conference game. They don't have to play a conference championship. Um,
And let me
but
let me ask you.
go
Can
ahead.
I ask you? Can I ask you
Yep.
one more thing?
Yep.
So they play the service academies every year, right?
Right.
What is the one difference between Notre Dame and the service academies nowadays?
Notre, Notre Dame has a winning record.
The service academies are in a conference. All of them are in a conference now.
The Patriot League, I think. Right.
No, no, no. For basketball, yeah, but for football, they're in the American Conference.
Oh, okay.
So like they're in with Tulane. They're in with like the thing is like everybody they play is in a conference. But my thing is to wrap this to life. Don't complain about stuff you can control, just because when you control them, they don't go, things don't go your way.
You're right, AJ. You gotta take care of the things you can take care of, and if you're just upset because you didn't take care of things, you can't blame it on somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, I agree, and that goes for
So
life. You're right. You're
yeah,
absolutely right.
exactly. Yeah, but take care of your business, and then if it falls the way it falls, it's gonna fall the way it falls.
That's right.
So
All right. Excellent job, AJ. As usual,
thank you,
you
brother.
brought it home.
Yep, yep.
Way to go. All right.
Um, Jack, are you available Saturday morning?
I got Mr. Bob's again.
Or Saturday. I don't leave till we don't play till 5. So
Oh, okay. Well, we can. I'm sure we can work it out. Maybe late morning Saturday or something.
yeah, late morning Saturday would be awesome. So sounds good.
Okay. So we're talking about
Thank
the
you.
next Mafia episode, which will happen probably like 11 or
Uh,
so
11 or
on,
so, yeah.
on Saturday. That's this coming Saturday, which will be the today
13th.
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 Yeah. Cool.
13th. Sounds good.
All all right, man.
All right,
Have a
bud.
great day.
Appreciate it. Uh,
Say goodbye to all your fans out there.
Thank you guys. Hope every take it slow today. I'm not sure. My brother texted me that it took them an extra 15 minutes to drop Bo off today
I bet.
in Madison. So take it slow. You'll get to where you want to get to. Just get there safely so people remember that you were there. So
That's
be
right.
be, be safe and nothing worth rushing to is worth getting to. So just take
W-
it safe today.
Words of wisdom from the man, the
A
Godfather, and his name is. You gonna say it with me?
A
AJ
Bo
Bo.
Key.